The events of the past week have been tragic and anxiety producing for all of us, but especially so for older adults. And here to talk about that, Tim Bartos, the president and CEO of Baptist Health Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. Tim, I think all of us are just hoping to decompress from all this.
Oh, absolutely, Liz. And let me tell you that events in general in our world, and especially last week, certainly have created a lot of anxiety for all of us. And it's natural to feel anxious from time to time. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. Anxiety is adaptive. It helps us to prepare our body to defend itself. You know, what's that old expression? I can't think what it is now. It's that fight or flight syndrome. And so that flight or fight syndrome is what helps keep us, help us survive. The problem is that if there's anxiety without any real imminent danger, then there's a problem.
All right, so how do you help somebody that you know is really feeling anxious?
Well, first of all, I'd like to suggest, and you might be surprised to hear me say this, but that events like what happened last week with older people, they have kind of gotten used to anxiety, and sometimes it has a different effect on older folks than it does younger people. After all this is the generation that lived through the Depression, the Pearl Harbor, World War II, and the Cold War. It doesn't necessarily have the same effect. But if they are anxious, try to encourage them and try to redirect their thinking into thinking positive thoughts instead of negative thoughts.
All right, a lot of good advice there. Thank you, Tim. And